Hello goblins, it's Chris, Eldritch Pipes, and I'm here with a review for Gawith Hoggarth Kendal Brown House Roll Cake. Now, there's a little story about why I wound up getting this tobacco. The Bluefin piper, who I'll put a link to his YouTube channel below, did a review for Solani Silver Flake on the Speakeasy website, Speakeasy forum, and it reminded me that I actually had a jar of Solani Silver Flake that I'd kind of forgotten all about. Now, he did a really good review, and it really made me want to smoke it again. But I remember when I smoked it last, it not kind of really doing it for me. So if you don't know, Solani Silver Flake is a Virginia and dark-fired blend. So in theory, possibly, well, in my thoughts was meant to be somewhat similar to old dark-fired, perhaps. If you've tried both, you're probably chuckling now because you know that they're nothing at all similar. Which if I'd thought about it a bit, maybe I would have realised, because Solani seem to use their condiment tobaccos with a very light touch. For example, the 633, which is a vapour, and it is a vapour, but the Perique is very light in it, just enough. It's just enough. Any less than it, there probably wouldn't be any in there. So anyway, I cracked open my Silver Flake and smoked it, and yeah, was still a little bit underwhelmed. I mean, I liked it. I did. It's nice, but it didn't strike me as special. Obviously, it's very Virginia dominant. It just left me wanting a little more dark-fired. So I was looking around for something new, and of a couple that I picked up, the roll cake, the Brown House roll cake, I just can't remember the name of that thing, was a dark-fired blend. So right, I got that. Now, if you read the components, it actually says, interestingly enough, Mozambique dark-fired. Now, apart from the obvious, the tobacco comes from Mozambique, I don't know what that means. How it would be different from Kentucky dark-fired. Is there much difference? Who knows? Someone knows, I'm sure. Anyway, so the roll cake is Virginia and dark-fired blend. It comes as these nice little coins. Now, it should be said, this is a particularly coherent coin. Most of them come looser. Even that's quite good. They quite often come like that. Like that. And, sometimes like this. And sometimes you don't know what happened. Quite often it's just very broken. More of a mulch. That doesn't really matter. I'm not too fussed about that. And when I smoked it the first time, a couple of interesting things. So, you can see I'm having to mother this one a bit. Firstly, apparently, as I learned later, it actually has a maple topping. Now, if I'd known that, I don't think I'd have touched it. Fortunately, I bought it anyway. I detect absolutely no topping on this whatsoever. They haven't added the maple topping as a way of flavouring it. There's such low levels just to make it a bit sweeter, perhaps. But I can understand why that maple kind of profile would fit with a dark fired. It's that dark brown sugar. It's rich. It's dark and deep, but sweet. I can see that sort of supporting the dark fired leaf quite well. But as I first smoked this, I was thinking, okay, this is all right. It's the Virginia still up front. There's definitely more power in it than the Solani Silver Flake. It's richer than the Silver Flake. But other than that, I was thinking, I'm not particularly blown away. Until I got halfway through the bowl. Halfway. I can't remember what I was doing. I was working probably. And all of a sudden I realised I was really smoking the heck out of this thing. I was smoking it and enjoying it. And I realised, at the halfway point, there's suddenly a rush of flavour. It's crazy. It's it suddenly develops it actually goes quite fruity. That sour touch. That just seems to keep kind of building. The Virginia flavour starts to move to the background, and the dark fired really starts to come forward. And it just gets richer and deeper as you smoke. And that's kind of, I've never experienced tobacco that quite does what this is doing, that really develops throughout the bowl. really exceedingly interesting. Now, strength-wise, even though I'm not an inhaler, I can tell this has got some welly. I mean, dark fire blends do. If you've ever had bold Kentucky, that packs a bit of a wallop. And I really like that blend, but I can't smoke it hardly ever. It's too strong for me. The flavours are awesome. This is strangely, even though the flavour isn't as full on as old dark fired, to me it comes across as stronger than dark fired. Not as strong as bold Kentucky. But it has some good strength. If you are liking the stronger tobaccos, I think my estimation is this is one of the stronger ones. Not a knock your socks off one, but it's strong. Even if you're not used to strong tobaccos though, this might be worth a go because it's got bags of flavour as you go through the bowl. It really does. It really sort of picks up and goes. Never as ponderous and dark as old dark fired. Kind of fruitier. It's more vibrant than old dark fired. It's a kind of a different thing. While being a dark fired blend. It's exceedingly aromatic. I've been noticing that when I smoke this, then the workshop smells of this tobacco for hours after. Really good. It is good. I'm recommending it. But not if you definitely prefer lighter or medium strength tobaccos. There you go. So, that's my recommendation. My review. Try it out. I'm glad I did. Still surprised by that supposed maple topping though. Just can't. Even knowing it's there, I can't pick it out. There you go. Right. Only one other bit today. Oh no. No, I can't show my pipes. I've left them indoors. I'm not showing you any pipes today. I'm just going to show you. So, I have some more skull tampers now. There are some in the Etsy shop. You know the deal. I can only make a small amount at a time. At time of videoing, there's 12 in the shop. So I'll put a link down and see if you can pick one up. Now, I've got 3 others, not skull ones, and I'm not going to list them in the Etsy shop. If you're interested in one of them, contact me directly. I can't list them together because all 3 are different. But, so, I'm thinking of calling this style colour out of space because they're like wafts of strange colour. These are my first tests, but they've turned out really well, so I'm going to sell them, making them available anyway. So the first one is a kind of pinky purple. The second is like a lime green. And the third is a kind of, I did a bit of pink and green. And white as well. So it's kind of like strange fog. So if you want one of those, contact me directly. That's all I can say. If you can contact me via Instagram or Facebook, that'll be the way to do it. Like I say, I'm not going to list them on Etsy. There's no point. Okay, that's it. I'll be back soon. I have some more tobaccos to review, which I'm looking forward to. A Germain's one, which I've been really looking forward to opening. That'll be soon, and I'll show you some more pipes in the offing. Alright, take it easy chaps. Until next time, I'll see you soon. Ta-da.